like herpes. I'm back! Quit the bickering, boys. I'm here to bring a man's perspective. While you are all arguing about who's going to win each matchup and who the division winners might be, I'm sitting here waiting for the playoffs. I'm worried about championships. There are only a select few owners there in my category. My fantasy football history speaks for itself. My background, it is what it is. I've won a championship before. I'm best. I only worry about championships. I don't grade myself on week-to-week matchups. Now, I will probably lose a couple games at some point this year. At least one, I would guess. But I'm not worried about that. To this point, though, nobody's even come close. I've wiped up everyone. Tanner Neef made the mistake this week talking shit before the game started Sunday. Told me he's gonna beat me, how he's gonna kick my ass, all this. Guess what? I kicked his ass. I wiped him up. It wasn't even close. Our game was over before the second round of games even started. Man, I tell you what, you guys never learn. But like I said, I've been just twiddling my thumbs waiting for the playoffs. Anyway, enough of that. On another topic. Adam Renz. Mike Wallace was on a bye this week. Dipshit. Starting bye week players is grounds for immediate termination. That's strike one. And guess what? We don't give 3 strikes in the Newton Fantasy Football Square Monkeys. Newton Square Monkeys Fantasy Football League. Excuse me. Ball's now in your court. Do what you want with it. But again, one more time. Booted. As far as the NFL, my Vikings. We're 3-1. Pretty happy with it. Been pretty satisfied with what I've seen so far. Big win against San Francisco, team everyone thought was the best team in the league. Another big win at Detroit. Now, you typically wouldn't think that was a big game with the way they're playing, but going on the road and winning their first division game out of they're having on an 11-game losing streak. It's pretty big. Christian Ponder's played pretty well this year, managing games a little bit. No interceptions to this point. Peterson looks to be back. He's almost 100%, and Percy, he's a beast. Defenses look pretty, a lot better this year anyway. Still think the Packers will probably win the division. They look like they're starting to get back on track. Refs have not been in their favor lately, and still laughing when I think about it. But no, they've been screwed. Lions, like I just talked about, aren't looking very good, and the Bears have been okay. We'll see what they do tonight against Dallas. Either way, though, long season left. I'm hoping to just be competitive in all of the games. It's been fun so far. A couple other things I was going to mention. Tyler, I'm sorry, but I haven't heard much from you about Julio Jones. I know earlier in one of these threads you had mentioned that you were going to keep reminding me of how Julio Jones was a top 5 wide receiver. I just haven't seen it. I know I got a lot after that first week he put up 28, but since I've seen games of 5, and 17, he needs to pick it up if he wants to get top 5. Also, quit trying to tell me he's the number 1 receiver on that team. Roddy White, if you look at his games, he is the number 1 receiver. Now, Julio Jones, yes, is the future number 1. I agree. But right now, it's still Roddy White's team. Matt Ryan, my quarterback, he's finding Roddy White first. Tony Gonzalez, arguably number 2. And also, Tanner Neef. I already talked about you a little bit before, but I need to bring you up again. You're a moron. That's all. I don't even want to go into any more of that. Zach, you need to trade me Percy Harvin because I'm Percy whipped. I want him on my team, but I don't want to overpay. I've got 3 receivers that are pretty decent. Victor Cruz is probably better. Decker has looked just as good the last couple weeks, and Pierre Garçon, I think, has the talent to at least put up numbers similar to him. The rest of you, I'll see some of you in the playoffs. The rest of the others that won't be there probably aren't worth my breath. Over and out. That's the end of this one.